someone, either the video, either the podcast, whichever one you feel more comfortable with. I'm fully capable of you being able to figure it out on how to actually share this. So, guys, I'm super excited about today's topic, and I feel like this is going to hit home, specifically with a lot of you parents out there, because if you don't already know my backstory, guys, I have a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old, and I got a baby on the way. I got a newborn coming to this wonderful, delightful world, right? And guys, I was struggling today because I didn't know which kind of topic that I should be talking about today. I didn't know how I was going to present a topic because I'm not always perfect when it comes to topics. Like I struggle with trying to come up with words to talk about. But I think, and I've been kind of thinking about this last couple of days, that I just want to really help you guys in my experience, right? Because if you can learn from me, if you can just take up from the mistakes or my experience even to help you better your fitness journey or even your life in general, then I think that's a great start, right? And I think most people worry about what they, the biggest things that I worry about, guys, is what am I talking about? Am I going to sound stupid or not? Is people going to resonate with what I say? But I think it's more than that. I think that if I just go out here and keep on recording podcasts, doing live videos, and just sharing my experience, I know it's going to hit home with some of you people and some of you parents and individuals out there that you might get some value, because there might be that one thing that I say that can turn things around for you. And I hope it is today. And I hope for any future podcasts that I do, I hope it hit home. So, guys, I'm here for you 100%. I'm always going to be here for you. And I'm going to try to do better by presenting and shooting out more podcasts. That's my ultimate objective. And I know that I want to get pumping and just give you guys more value, okay? But overall, today's topic, guys, is setting up a fat loss plan with kids, right? And again, guys, I got 2 kids, got one on the way, right? If anybody knows anything about kids, it's hard. It's extremely hard to eat right when you got kids that want to eat snacks all day. Like Callaway, my 2-year-old, every single time he gets home from daycare, he's asking mama or daddy, can I have a cookie? Like, that is his favorite. He wants some muffins or he wants cookies. Like, there's no other option. There's no, or he'll say pizza rolls, but overall, he wants a snack. Now, you can't, especially when your kids go to school, right? You have kids that go to school, or you have kids that go to daycare. You can't, you're not going to be watching them, right? We don't necessarily know what they're going to be eating specifically unless you're really asking the teachers, which most of us don't do that. I personally don't do that. I'm not going to ask my teachers at daycare or at school what my kids are eating. Hopefully they're eating better. Hopefully they're giving some of them healthier options, which when I was going to school, typically that's what they would. They give you a fruit, a vegetables, a meat. Gosh, it's been so long that I've been to school, but they give you multiple different options, right? And I used to go to school where they gave you this is back in elementary school, but they would, even middle school, they would give me the milk bags, and they would come in actually on a bag instead of a carton. I remember those days, and you had to poke a hole in it with your straw. Those were the good old days, right? But I feel that a lot of us as parents, we don't necessarily understand. We don't know how to stay on our own fitness journey with our kids, asking for cookies, asking for muffins, asking for pizza rolls, Pop-Tarts, whatever it is. They're never asking for anything healthy. Oh, I want candy or Coke. And I know it can be stressful. Now, if you're in a fitness journey, do you need your kids to be on it? Do you need your kids to be eating the same thing, especially if toddlers? No. More than likely, toddlers, or I don't know a certain age yet, because my oldest is 5 years old, and necessarily he doesn't necessarily eat everything healthy. Now, I'll give him options where, hey, you want to try a bite just to see if he likes it? Like, he likes sweet potatoes with brown sugar, right? That's a win for me. He likes chicken. He likes steak, right? But I'm slowly trying to introduce foods like this to him. He actually had asparagus the other day, so I was super proud of that moment. But overall, kids are going to eat what they want, right? Kids are picky. They're really picky eaters. And we shouldn't be pushing it. And me as a fitness coach, I'm not going to be pushing, okay, you got to eat healthy, right? Because then your kids are going to resent that, and they're never going to want to eat healthy every day in their life. But I am a firm believer that if your kids start noticing what you eat on a daily, day-to-day basis, if they see you eating a banana, guess what? Daddy, I want a banana. They do that all the time. Or strawberries. Start incorporating some fruits into as a snack. And my kids love strawberries. And I just got grapes for the first time in a long time. So I'm going to start incorporating grapes. Hopefully they like those. But incorporating fruits and grapes, strawberries, bananas are like the go-to. Even oranges, even peaches or apples. I mean, any of those is going to be your best bet. But as long as you're incorporating some type of healthy options and just showing them, letting them try it, I think is a lot better than just having little Debbie's. Okay, you're hungry. Here's some little Debbie's. Here's a ding dong little cupcake, whatever you want to call it, right? And I feel like if you start incorporating this type of stuff into their life, they'll start paying attention, right? It's just how it is. But if you never incorporate, if you're never eating, you as a parent, if you're never eating healthy, then how do you expect your kid to, or your kid, your child, your children to eat healthier as they grow up, right? Because if they're not taught this, if they don't see mom and dad doing it, because guess what? Our kids will imitate the actions that we do as parents because they get a lot of the traits that we set down for them, right? If we never exercise, if we're smoking, if we're drinking all the time, guess what? More than likely, our kids, as they get older, they will see the exact same thing. They will see how we treat ourselves. They will see the habits that we instill in day-to-day lives, and they will do the exact same thing. They may not necessarily gravitate toward that specifically, but it's a good chance that they can still get those habits that you have in place as adults, right? So, guys, if you're getting value, if you're watching this on live, put a hashtag live again. And drop some fire if you're getting some value. But overall, guys, setting up a fat loss plan with kids isn't as difficult as you might seem, right? And I'm firm, like I will never, me and Hannah's my wife, by the way. We do meal preps, right? We plan out our meals. We generally meal prep on Sundays because both of us are off work. We're not typically working. At least me, I try not to work on the weekends, but sometimes it happens that way. She definitely doesn't work on the weekends or hasn't been with her nursing job the last couple of months. But we meal prep on Sundays. That's our go-to, right? So we kind of plan out our meals. We make different options, and yet we still cook every night for our kids, right? And I feel like if we had to cook for ourselves, and we talked about this multiple times, if we had to cook like meals for ourselves on top of our kids, then it would be chaotic. Like we'd be doing dishes every day. It'd be overwhelming because we're busy. We're both busy. Just taking care of the kids in themselves, right? Getting them baths, getting them ready for school tomorrow, making sure that they get their nighttime duties done, rooms clean, they're playing, all the things that we do as parents whenever they get home from school and things like that. But ultimately, guys, overall, like you could still have a fat loss plan. Like you don't have to eat what your kids eat. You could still eat those foods that you enjoy. And I know a lot of us, whenever you are setting up a fat loss plan, the best way to go about it, guys, is to find something that you enjoy, right? And I teach this to my clients all the time. Find, if you like cookies or if you like pizza, if you like tacos, trying to find healthier options, trying to find healthier ways to incorporate that into your weekly thing, if you love it that much, right? I'm a big a cookie eater, right? So I love cookies. So if I want a cookie, I'm going to try to go for healthier cookies, like more like a protein cookie, something like that. Or if I like chips, I'll go towards more healthier chips. Like I would eat a pretzel before Doritos or something like that. Although, I buy the pretzel chips. I don't buy the regular stick pretzels, but you get the drift. You get what I'm talking about. And I think that, a lot of parents, and if you're new to fitness or if you're just still going through it, it's hard to navigate, that fitness lifestyle. And at the same time, if you're trying to exercise, right, maybe going to the gym isn't feasible for you right now. Maybe that's not something that you can do. Maybe, it's just not in the cards. You just don't have the time to go to the gym exercise. That's why it's always good to get a little bit of exercise at home because you can still work out at home. And at the same token, maybe you have a supportive spouse, right? Maybe you have a supportive spouse say, hey, babe, right? Hey, babe, can you, I'm speaking as a guy, or, women speak like that too. But, hey, babe, can you watch the kids? I'm going to go to the gym for an hour or hour and a half, get my workout in, I come straight home, be done with it, right? Me and Hannah, we do this all the time. Currently, she's not necessarily working out as much because she is pregnant. She's carrying a child, which I don't expect her to. She does work out at home because she enjoys that more than going to the gym. So we like to work things out. Even at home, I'm like, hey, babe, if you want to work out, I'll watch the kids. You just go up, work out outside, go for a walk, do what you got to do. I'm here to support you. If you want to go do something, let me know, and I'll watch the kids so that you can get focused on your goals. And that's how we communicate. We communicate on on a day-to-day basis. And typically, like if the kids are at home, specifically on the weekends, or I know that school's starting to start back up, and my kids necessarily, they were at home with me for the past 2 to 3 weeks, right? So what I had to do, guys, was I had to, talk to the wife, and I couldn't go to the gym until she got home. And then I had to adjust, how many times I was going. So typically I like to go, 4 to 5 times a week. So when my kids were home with me for the past 2 to 3 weeks, I adjusted, right? Because personally, I'm not going to work out at home because I don't enjoy that. So I'm not even going to try that. I may go on a walk. I do enjoy walks, but I'm not going to do a HIIT cardio at home. I'll leave that for Coach Sully to do with our clients. But honestly, I don't like to do HIIT cardio, so I'm not going to do it because I like to push weights. I like to get a good sweat on, get some iron, got my blood flowing. That's what I enjoy, so I'm going to stick to that. So instead of me, doing the all or nothing approach, just going 5 days, that's what I used to. But now I can't because the kids are at home and the wife comes home, and I know that she's not going to want to watch the kids as she gets wound up because she had a long day at work. So I accommodate. We make adjustments. Instead of 5 days at the gym, I go to 3 days, right? But I still make it a habit. And if I was really bogged down, guys, if I was really absolutely not pushing it, I was like, man, maybe this isn't a good week for me, I'll take a break off. And that's okay, because I know for me, long term, I'm not always, I'm going to go to the gym either the next week or the week after, right? I'm not going to make this a continuous thing, right? And I think that's where most people fall off. They take a break for so long, and then they take such a break that they stop going in general, right? It's okay to take breaks. Like, that's completely fine, because honestly, when I take a long rest, a long week off, or a lot of days off, I feel so rejuvenated when I go back to the gym. I feel like I could push more weight because I had that recovery. Sometimes you need that recovery, and that's 100% okay. So with that being said, guys, you could still find a fat loss plan that works best for you. And that's the key thing, works best for you, okay? And to work around your busy schedule with your work, with your day-to-day jobs and your task at home and your kids, you just got to find what works best for you. And if you need that help, us coaches, we have Coach Lacey, Coach Sully, and myself, Coach T. Let's go. We can help you, because that's what we do. We help individuals, busy moms, busy dads, get into a better lifestyle, all right? Base a program based off of what's available to them, how we can help them, and what fits their day-to-day lives. And I think if you find that plan, if you find that balance, excuse me, then you're liable to make it stick long-term. And that's what it's all about, is long-term, not the short-term, the long-term progress in your fitness journey. But guys, I hope you got some value. And if you did, just drop some fire if you're watching this live. And guys, shoot me a message. If you're watching this on the podcast, or if you're listening to it on the podcast, shoot me a message, say, hey, you got some value. I'd really appreciate it. And you can also leave me a review. I do check out those reviews very, very often. But other than that, guys, that's all I got for you today on today's topic. And I will close with this: stay fit, stay strong. Coach T